Hashtag free Donny. Hello everybody, how's it going? It's the Flying Pig here with another cheeky little video for you. Late night Manchester United news, giving you all the latest rundown of the evening's Manchester United info. How are we all doing tonight, guys? Thank you very much for joining us and getting involved. As you can see, it looks slightly different tonight. The reason is, and I'm on here slightly late. The reason is, I just broke one of my lights, so that's freaking gash. So now the green screen doesn't work properly because it's not lit up enough. So I've had to go with a one light setup here, guys. So I'm pissed. But anyway, either way, I'm still here. It is, you know, we can't go with the green screen, unfortunately, but it is green. It's very green tonight, guys. Hashtag Glazers out. Get those green and gold emojis in there, baby. Hashtag Glazers out. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody who's getting in here at the start of this stream tonight. I'm just going to give a few shout-outs. We've got Mason M, Lou Man U, Aaron Homeyard, Malps, M6 Matty, Ms. 528, Illy United, Rui Avalar, K Slater, Eddie O2, MEFC fan, Ben, Rushmano, and everybody else. Thank you so much for joining us and getting in here. So, let's go on to the main news then, guys. So, in regards to Manchester United, obviously, Donny Van de Beek, big talking point at the moment. Will he play? Won't he play? What's going on with Donny? Well, he's been speaking to Five earlier on Rio Ferdinand's channel, and he just simply had a bunch of things to say in regards to, so shedding quite a lot of light on the situation. We know that there was some offers from clubs just before the window closed to take him away from Manchester United. He hasn't been played by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer whatsoever, this guy. So what is the future at Manchester United for Donny Van de Beek? Well, we've had a little bit of light shed on it at this moment in time. I'm going to give you the latest update, so you may have seen it anyway. But some quotes from the lad. He says, Solskjaer told me, I want you to stay here. I need to trust him. If he doesn't need me, I think he will let me go. I think he has plans with me. I just need to work hard, and I hope I can show people one day what I can do. He also said, I think you can never promise a player whether he can play or not. I think I'm in agreement that I have to play more. You can train every day hard, but in the end, you need game time to show your best shape. That's really important. And he also said, I spoke with the manager about it with the club, and they were clear they want to keep me here. So, you know, I mean, in terms of his future and his role in the squad, you would think that Solskjaer would have let the guy go in this window, just gone and said, see you later on, Donny, if he really didn't want him at the club. There were offers for the lad. He's not going to deprive them of playing time at 24 years of age to actually play games of football. He wants him to play games of football, whether it's for Man United or elsewhere, I'm sure. Solskjaer's not just going to let somebody rot like that. So, in my opinion, this does mean, obviously, that Donny Van de Beek is prime for a chance in Manchester United starting 11 against Newcastle United. I personally think he's going to start. I'm going to ask you guys, do you think Donny Van de Beek starts against Newcastle United? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that he starts. Smash a different number in there if you think that he does not start. I mean, it would be no surprise if he didn't start. Solskjaer barely starts him, barely played him, barely giving him any opportunities at Manchester United, really. So it wouldn't exactly be a surprise if that was to be the case. Oh, by the way, everyone, at the start of this stream, do us a massive favour. Smash the thumbs up button on the video if you haven't done so. That would really help us out. Give it a cheeky little wee liking, and also give it a share on social media if you can as well. That'd be epic. Thank you very much. And get involved in the live comments as well in the live chat. I want to hear from you about this, guys. So, in fact, I'm just going to dip into the comments, see where everybody's voting. So Shazad says, yes, he will start. Mason says no. Kayam, yes. Abdullah Irwan, yes. A couple of twos in here. Okay. I don't really understand it, to be fair. I mean, he's not really had much game time. I'll give you that. But the options that we have in midfield are what? Fred? And let's be honest now. Fred, I kind of liked Fred at one point. I thought Fred could be a good player for us, and I still think he'd be a decent squad player for us. But he can't pass. And that is a bit of a problem when you're a midfielder and you've got all these talents in front of you, but you can't get the bloody ball to them. So we need somebody in that position who can pass. Donny Van de Beek is that man. I mean, he actually was talking as well, and he said in regards to his position and where he can play, he had this to say. He says, I don't know what the manager thinks and what he expects from me, but I played that role before for Ajax. This is in regards to being asked by Rio about playing a holding midfield role. And he said, of course, at the end I was a 10, but I also played a few games as a number 6. So I think I can play this. So, you know, this is definitely a position that Donny could play, I think, for Manchester United. He's not going to give you that robust defensive Roy Keane style of play, but maybe he could give you that Michael Carrick type style of play, you know, that more deep line playmaker with a little bit of defensive guile too. And actually, in regards to Michael Carrick, when he's been asked about it, he said, on Michael Carrick. He said, I work with him a lot on the pitch. I speak with him also. After training, we do a lot of extra stuff. I think I can learn a lot from him. He's a fantastic coach as well. So high praise for Michael Carrick there. Who better to learn from to do the Michael Carrick role at Manchester United than Michael Carrick? So, yeah, I think there's definitely a future for Donny Van de Beek in the team playing that number 6 role in the team. At this moment in time, with the options that we've got, the only other player that I would say maybe could do it for us would be somebody like, I guess, Scotty McTominay. But in terms of, like, passing, in terms of just... I don't know, just creativity-wise, I think that Donny's going to give you a little bit more, even though we've seen a lot less from him. Just the different attributes that he brings to the table with his passing ability, I think will do us the world of good. So Donny Van de Beek, in my opinion, is the Don. Let's get the Don in there, in that position. Who else have we got? Fred, we've tried him out. Matic, he's 100 years old. He was good, but fuck me, he's getting on a bit now. He plays with a fucking Zimmer frame, the lad. We've also got... did I say Fred? I mean, he's twice as gash, so let's just mention him twice. Fred again. Let's mention him 3 times because of that bloody gash. McTominay's out injured at the moment, but actually pictured back in training today, so may well be featuring a bit earlier on than we expected. So that's good news. Just to give you an update on Scott McTominay, him and Alex Tellez actually both pictured back in training. So that's brilliant stuff. We thought that the Scotty surgery groin thing that was going on might take a long time, but he is already back in training. Not to say that he's going to be fit or available for that Newcastle game, but you know, he's going to be back sooner than expected. Maybe even in that Newcastle game, who knows? So, yeah, guys, Donny Van de Beek is definitely on Solskjaer's plans, I think, for this season. If you consider all the facts that he's had these conversations, what Donny Van de Beek's agent has said as well, that, you know, they're happy with the current situation and that Donny wants to play football, and Donny would not be happy if he wasn't going to get to play football. Up until this point, he hasn't played anywhere near enough football at Manchester United. But I think there's certain assurances that have been made to the lad by Ollie to say, look, Donny, you're going to get games this season. Guess what? We've got that Muppet Fred and that Frankenstein's monster and Amanda Matic in this side. Of course you're going to get games, Donny. Just be patient, lad, okay? We're easing you in. We were just waiting for Ronaldo to come in, and now you're going to feed the lad all day long for goals galore. So we'll see what goes on with the plans against Newcastle United on Saturday, guys. But I do think that Donny Van de Beek's going to be starting in the game. If he doesn't start in the game, then Solskjaer is a bit of a knob. To be honest, he's a bit of a knob because it's a perfect opportunity for Donny to do something in this game, show what he can do. We know the form of players like Fred. McTominay's still injured. Well, he's come back from injury now, but he's still rehabilitating essentially or getting back to full fitness. The other options that we got there, of course, Pogba could play there. That's true. Pogba could play in the midfield role. So we don't really know what's going to go on. We also actually don't know what formation Solskjaer will play. We think probably a 4-2-3-1, in which case, what role is Donny Van de Beek going to play? Is he going to be the more defensive-minded midfielder of the two, or is he going to play in the midfield too and be the more creative-minded midfielder of the two? You know, you can't really do both. You've got to have somebody there who is a defensive-minded midfielder alongside Donny, who's the creative midfielder, or you give Donny a man to have been a deep-line playmaker and allow somebody next to him, like, I don't know, Pogba to roam, in which case you're leaving yourself open a little bit maybe for defensive worries. But there you go. By the way, sorry about the setup tonight, guys. It looks proper low-key on here, mate. Look at it. Low-tech, mate. You know what? Doesn't look too bad. What do you reckon, guys? bit of Glazers out vibe tonight on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Glazers. 77 of you legends in here, by the way. 57 likes. Smash the thumbs up button if you're just joining us, guys, and get your thoughts in about Donny. Okay, we have got a bunch of other news to get onto tonight as well, but I'm just going to go into the comment section now and see what you legends have got to say about Donald Van de Beek. Let's check it out. So I want him to start. Thank you, Eddie O, to you, legend. Fergie's son says 100. Eddie says, laugh Marcel Pigo. I agree. Ollie has to smarten up with Donny now. Yeah, you know, he's got to give him the chance, doesn't he? He's got to give him that opportunity to play in that CDM role. And you know, just, well, not even a CDM role, but just a number 6 deep line playmaker role for him would be great. Do what Michael Carrick did for us. He is a good passer. He does keep hold of the ball smartly. He's not a headless chicken who just spams it forward and gives it away. He actually will wait. He will turn. He will play the right pass. He's good at keeping hold of the ball. So use his strengths. Use his strengths and forget about his weaknesses. So basically what we need to do is just get him on the ball, get him spraying the ball around, get him playing others into play, giving it to Pogba, giving it to Bruno, giving it to these guys and getting these United attacks going. We're not asking Donny Van de Beek to be, you know, the star creator in the side here. All we're really asking him to do is give us that ability to take the ball from defence into attack a lot better than we were the last couple of games, because that was shite. You know, the midfield, we'd win it back, Fred would get it in the midfield, get his head up and play a balloon pass out of play, or play a balloon pass to the opposition or something absolutely terrible. Just need somebody who could get his head up, play a nice forward pass, get it to the feet of Bruno, get it to the feet of Pogba, and then let them do the heavy lifting in terms of creating in the final third. We just need somebody that can take it into attack from defence, and I think that's what he gives you. He would give you that all day long. He's a secret weapon, says Top Dog. Yeah, wouldn't it be brilliant if we just unleashed Donny Van de Beek upon the Premier League now and he just runs amok? That's true, DJ Disco Dave. I fully agree with you, you absolute channel member legend, you. He says one game is not enough for him to show what he can do either. He needs a string of games. Fully agree with you. I've said that many a time. I totally agree. You can't just stick him in there occasionally like he has done over the last season and just expect him to come in and look absolutely amazing each time. I mean, yeah, you maybe would expect a bit more from him in some of those games, but ultimately he's not had a good enough run in the team to really bed in, settle in, get that sort of understanding, get that match fitness and match sharpness that you can only get from playing those games. So I fully agree with that statement, DJ Disco Dave. He needs a string of games. He needs to be playing in the next 5 games, then judge him after 5 games and see, you know, if he is an effective number 6 for us. But I certainly think that giving him the 5 games is where we should start. 100%. Rui Avalar, hello, my friend. He says Cristiano works best with someone with him up front. He doesn't like to be a pure 9. He likes having a reference in the box and play around 1 to 2 touches like he did with Benzema, says Rui Avalar. Yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough, but he could definitely still play at the top of like a 3, you know? And, you know, hasn't changed. Those are old school days. But I suppose you're right. Definitely, if you look at the Benzema, he's obviously a very, very good centre-forward playing alongside him at Real. Well, we have got Edinson Cavani. Thank you, Berberini, with the channel membership link. Get in there, you legend. Daniel Johnny, I was on a Sidemen video. Was I? Was this an old one or a recent one? Fred got bodied by an 18-year-old and was shit against Wolves, says Mason M. I can't really disagree with that, to be fair. Can't really disagree with that. He's kind of bang average, mate. As much as we want to pretend like he might be good enough for us, we've had a good run of games now to see that he kind of isn't. He's kind of good enough for a squad player, but that's about it. Honest Muella, hello. He says, hey, Pig, I'm back. Great to see you, Honest Muella. We need a CDM. Who would you like, mate? Adam Partridge, if I could choose anyone right now, really realistic, I guess I would have got Ruben Neves in, and I would have got him in this transfer window, just gone. I wouldn't have fannied around all summer long like a bunch of fannies trying to get Ronaldo over the line. No, I'd have gone and got a CDM, sorted us the fuck out in that problem area for us. Hey, I'm just kidding. They did a great job with Ronaldo and everything. That was brilliant. But still, just highlighting the fact we needed a CDM, guys. And if not him, you know, there's other cheaper options out there. People like Yves Bissouma would be a great shout. Hey, Ellie, how you doing, you absolute king schlag? Or queen schlag, I should say. What's going on, Ellie? How are you tonight? Case later, we shouldn't be surprised. Ollie ran these players into the ground last season. Rotation includes playing Donny. Rashford needs rotating. Bruno was awful from the Euros. Yeah, I don't know why Donny doesn't get more game time. I think he's going to now, though. Like we said, this interview tonight seems like promising words from Donny Van de Beek. Essentially saying what we thought, that the conversations have been had with him and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer behind the scenes, and they weren't really denying him leaving United. It's that they want to keep him so he can play. That's what I'm getting from this whole thing, is that they've had a chat, and Donny said, look, boss, I want to leave unless I'm going to play. And Solskjaer said, don't worry, lad, you're going to play. And that's all he needs. That's all he needs. And if that's true, then great, he's going to play. The Vutinator, how are you tonight, my friend? Sir Paul Scholes says, watch 5 Live with Rio Donny interview. Came out today. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about, Sir Paul Scholes. That is what I'm referencing right now, sir. He has come out and said all the right things. Come out and said that he could play a number 6. Come out and said that he's had the chats with of course, Solskjaer. Hello there, Olsen862000 says, Donny is a footballer while Fred is a runner. If you are a runner, you go to the Olympics. Well, I mean, that's a little bit harsh, Olsen. I don't know about that. I mean, I personally do think that, you know, there's plenty of there's plenty of attributes that Fred has, right? He's also a decent tackler. He's decent interceptions, reading the game, you know, getting around. Okay, I see what you're saying. Running around and being a terrier-like player. But the problem is he's just okay at everything, but not great at any one thing. And yeah, like you say, passing is a big part of what we need in that midfield, and he can't do it to the level that we need it. And I don't think he ever will get that in this game either, because, you know, You just got it or you don't at his age. Yeah, that's a fair point, though. I mean, definitely in terms of being who's more gifted on the ball in terms of just passing it around, you would have to say Donny Van de Beek. The Guinea man, hello, bro. Oh, I don't know, mate. I'm going to be bringing that back this week, dude, where there's an international break, though. I'm good, thank you, Chase and Marcus. How are you doing, bro? Ill United says 72 likes. Get in there, Ill United. Thank you so much, everyone, for hitting the thumbs up button. Yeah, do smash that like on it if you haven't done so. Matthew McKenty says, sell Lingard and get a proper DM. Well, interesting you say that, because there is still that Declan Rice link there. I don't know if they would still be interested in taking Lingard in the future, but it is understood Solskjaer's still got some interest in Declan Rice. But hey, look, you know, I'm not bothered about Declan Rice. Yes, the green screen is off, Aaron. It is off indeed. Yes, basically, I'll show you why. So as you can see, what happens is I broke my light before this stream started, so it just fell over. And I've broken my light. It doesn't work anymore. I've got two lights, by the way, but one of them is now broken. So now the green, if I turn it on, you can see it still works, but it doesn't really work properly because it just looks shit. It just looks absolutely shit. So I've had to turn it off. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get it sorted for the next stream. Anyway. Oh, now what's going on with that? Anyway. So, guys, let's get on to the next topic then. I'm going to get on to the next topic for the evening's news. Okay, we've got more news, peeps. More news. Look at the vote in the live chat, actually. Have a vote in the live chat. Should there be COVID spot checks at stadiums in the UK? 67% of the live chat, over 100 votes on this one right now, say yes. This is the topic of discussion right now. So Manchester United fans are set to be barred from attending clubs' opening Champions League game away to young boys due to COVID-19 regulations as well, by the way. Just to let you guys know, so that's more news that's come through. United is set to be barred from attending the club's opening Champions League game against young boys away in Switzerland due to COVID-19 regulations. But other COVID business here. Man United are to implement coronavirus spot checks on match days, starting with Saturday's game against Newcastle United. Fans aged 18 and over should be ready to demonstrate that they are either double jabbed or have had a negative lateral flow or PCR test within 48 hours of the game. What, mate? No, fair enough. Look, I think this is actually a decent idea, although they didn't seem to give a fuck when we were in the European final, did they, at Wembley Stadium? Yeah, just come on in. Got a cough? Don't worry, it's the Euro final. Come on in. Got a temperature, have you? It's no surprise. Everyone's hot under these circumstances. England in the final. Come on in. You know, they didn't seem to give a shit then. But now they do, apparently. But anyway, United going to implement spot checks against Newcastle United. So you're going to have to show you've been double jabbed as well in the future. It's, at the moment, it's not currently mandatory to actually, to have a test or be double vaccinated to go into Old Trafford, but it's expected to become compulsory at future games, following guidance from the Premier League and the UK government. What? Fans attending sporting fixtures with attendances of 20,000 or over may be required to show proof of a full COVID-19 vaccination from the end of this month. Under plans being discussed by the government, and mandatory coronavirus checks are also expected to be implemented from October the 1st. The trials are due to be rolled out across top flight clubs over the next few weeks, starting with Manchester. Well, one of them will be Manchester United. So this could be brought in on October the 1st, where they'll implement random spot checks for fans attending games. So you will just be checked to see essentially if you've had the COVID-19 vaccination on this PCR test. And if you haven't got the proof of it, then you won't be allowed into the games. So that is the current situation as it is. So only they're heading towards only vaccinated people essentially are allowed into games, guys. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? Let me know in the live chat. I mean, in my opinion, it's good because it's going to essentially stop the spread of any of those viruses. That is the idea, really. For a while, for the next year or next 6 months or whatever, I guess it's important to be extra vigilant, because being vigilant saves lives at the end of the day. And although a lot of people like to fanny around and say, oh, it's like the flu, or yada, 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 and all this bullshit, you can't really lie with the numbers. And the numbers do not lie, and they make for very heavy reading, mate, when it comes to the amount of people that died in this country or any country because of it. Hundreds of thousands of people. So it's definitely something that we need to definitely be careful about. And it seems like it's going to be mandatory that you have double vaccinations before you can attend games in the future. I don't know whether they'll have tests at grounds in the future. I mean, it basically says that you need to have had a negative lateral flow or a PCR test within 48 hours of the game. So if you're not happy to be vaccinated, you can still attend games, it seems, but you're just going to have some sort of proof. You're going to essentially have to have had an official or semi-official test, and then prove that you are negative to COVID to be able to be going into the ground, and that has to be within 48 hours of the game. So it's not actually ruling out people who are not vaccinated, but it is making it like, so you have to prove that you either don't currently have COVID or you are indeed double vaccinated before you can attend. So that's the situation. Yep, says Illa United. Nope, says Snap Film Walk. Yes, says The Kane. No, says Yoda Tour. There's going to be a bit of a mix about it. Hey, what's going on there, by the way, Snap Film Walk? Vincent Bullock. AVGL Chocolate City as well. Should fly me across the skies like in the movies. Hey, I'm doing good, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for asking, mate. And yeah, okay then. So in regards to this sucks. This is stopping people's freedoms, guys. No, I'm not going to be that guy. I was just going to play devil's twatficate there for a second. I was just going to sit there and play devil's twatficate. But actually, I'm not going to, because I do think it's a good thing. Man up. Get a fucking vaccine. Science is science. People don't die from tuberculosis anymore. You know why? Because there's a fucking vaccine for that, mate. But it used to kill fucking everybody. So, you got to just go with the science, peeps. And also, I don't want to open up this can of worms on here. This is a football channel. But still, right, if you're not vaccinated and you don't want to produce any information to say that you are negative for a test within the last 24 or 48 hours, then yeah, I think it's fair enough if you can't go into the game, to be honest. If you're a big, sweaty, coffee, COVID mess, then you shouldn't be allowed in there, should you really? I think that's fair enough. Super chat. We got a £2 super chat here from Big Gob Bob. Big Gob Bob, mate, thank you very much for getting that Big Gob and putting it to good use in the live chat here. Oh, for fuck's sake. As you heard of Torses, communism has taken over. Stop this madness. Thank you very much, Big Up Bob, for that. He is missing football. Is ready for any team, says Lou Manu. Yeah, he's a fan of the Switzerland League, I believe, yeah. Anyway. Peter Coveney, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Can anyone answer your last, says Al Brock? Let's go and try and see what you said here, Mr. Out of the Proc. He says, are you allowed inside pubs in England if you're not jabbed? Have to be in Ireland or you're in the beer garden for the night? I don't know, actually. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't really actually know what the rules are when it goes to a pub because I still haven't been to a pub since all this bullshit's happened. So I'm not too sure, but I don't think so. Anyway, so from October the 1st, guys, it's due to be implemented nationwide, but they're going to be trying it over the next couple of weeks. And Old Trafford are going to be implementing it and undertaking random spot checks on people from the Newcastle game. So it's just let you know. So supporters are still allowed entry to the stadium without the correct certification at the moment, unless they have recorded a positive test for the virus. However, United are urging all fans to show their COVID-19 status for the foreseeable future. So it's a bit of a grey area there. They haven't really made it too clear. It sounds like they're implementing it from October 1st, and they're just going to be starting trialing it for the next couple of weeks where they're going to be spot checking people. But essentially, if you can't produce anything for the next couple of weeks, they don't really give a shit. I don't know. I think that's what I'm reading into that, basically. They're still allowed entry without the correct certification at the moment, unless they've recorded a positive test for the virus. Yeah, but, okay, but who's just going to turn up? They're not testing you there, so who's just going to turn up and say, yeah, I've just recorded a COVID positive test, but I'm just out of the game here. How's it going? I don't think that's going to happen, so that's just bullshit. The club says it's stepping up these health protocols in order to ensure the safety of supporters attending games and to avoid any capacity restrictions being enforced. So down to money at the end of the day. Anyway, United have explained that a number of supporters will be exempt due to medical reasons that mean they cannot receive a vaccine or take a test, while fans under the age of 18 are not obliged to demonstrate their COVID status, but are encouraged to carry out an up-to-date lateral flow test before attending a game. Okay, so they don't have to show that they're vaccinated, but they do. They're encouraged to carry out. Oh, for fuck's sake! What is this? Sorry, the more I read this, the more I just think this is an absolute load of bollocks. Sorry to say it, but hang on. So what? Anybody under the age of 18, you don't even need to show. You're encouraged to, but it don't really matter if you don't have it. If you're under 18, just fucking go on in. Even though they're probably responsible for half the fucking transmission of this disease up and down the country, hanging out, necking each other in fucking, parks, drinking cider and going out and doing all the rest of it. And at school, all the rest of it. Come on. So what's the point of all these tests for everybody else when you're sat in the stadium and old bloody Chavy James down the road fucking sneezes and the wind catches it, blows it in your face, and he's just come back from a college party where everyone's doing bongs and they've all got fucking COVID? I mean, what is the point? I'm just going to say that now. What is actually the point? Anyway, fair enough though. Yes, that's right, Rushmano. It's not mandatory, but from the 1st of October, it looks like it will be. So it says mandatory coronavirus checks are also expected to be implemented from October the 1st. So right now, at this moment in time, that is the situation as it is anyway. But I just don't understand. What is the point of it anyway? For it, just when it's mandatory, just bring it in then, It just winds me up. Anyway, so there you go. Fans attending the game who are aged over 18 will be required to show that they are either double jabbed or have had a negative test within 48 hours of kickoff via MEN, this is. Right then, guys, well, that's an absolute depressing subject, but there you go. I guess it's one that we had to have, and it's the news of the evening with the COVID-19 regulations and everything, the protocols that have come in. Research a bit, people says, Ellie, there's way more to it than just scientists who are paid loads of money to say what they're... Oh, no, don't do this, Ellie. Let's not do this. Good, those that don't want the test or shots, just watch on TV. Yeah, no. Rui Avila, I want to know how much Portuguese have you learned so far? We have Dallo, Teles, Fred, Bruno, and Cristiano that speak Portuguese. Go Pigs International. I don't know, actually. I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't think I know any Portuguese, mate. Boa noite, maybe? Is that something? Hey, what's going on there, Berber? How's it going? How's it going there, Burbs? You can just get someone else to take the test. It's not required the way it should be to make this work, says Peter Comedy. Exactly, yeah, exactly. I mean, let's just stay united because they are blades trying to divide us, but we are united. Get in there, Mikhail. I like that vibe. Okay, so we've got some news on Cristiano Ronaldo. New Manchester United number 7 smashes search sales record and causes media frenzy. So basically, it was confirmed that Ronaldo smashed Manchester United's daily shirt sale record in less than 4 hours after it was confirmed he would retain his iconic number 7 jersey. The Portugal forward secured a long-awaited return to Old Trafford in August. Blah, 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 blah. Number 7 Ronaldo obviously was announced, and after that, Man United confirmed that shirt sales hit record figures in the first hour alone, bettered the best full day of global sales for the club's online store, which is just absolutely crazy. Across the Fanatics network, Ronaldo became the biggest selling player in the 24 hours following a transfer to a new club ever, leading Lionel Messi to PSG, Tom Brady to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and LeBron James to LA Lakers. So it's pretty unbelievable, really. And also the club store was also absolutely had queues outside it, etc. Blah 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 blah. Lots and lots of media interest. So listen to this. This is quite insane. So numbers around the world. So there was 21.8 million video views in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo on the day after it was announced, right? So Old Trafford's a popular destination Friday morning, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, 21 million views, 882 post engagements, 1 billion reach, and 93.5 million engagements. And I think that's just Sky Sports' numbers in terms of like engagements and figures in regards to the Ronaldo news. So it just goes to show you what sort of a reach this guy has. Pretty unbelievable. He's set to join training with the squad on Wednesday. Man United are hopeful Ronaldo will be able to make his second debut for the club when Newcastle United visit Old Trafford on Saturday. This is from Rob Dawson from ESPN, claims Wednesday Ronaldo will be back training with the club. If not, then, we worked out 5 days from the time that he travelled that it should be Thursday at the latest that he would be able to train. So he's saying Wednesday, I'm saying Thursday latest. Let's call the whole thing off. Probably around about that time anyway that he'll be joining up with his teammates and playing with the team and should be ready to play that game against Newcastle United on Saturday. Get in there, my son. So hoping he has a great training session or two. And he's been training at home since landing in Manchester, of course. He's in sort of quarantine with his family until Thursday evening. Also, injury news. Alex Tellez, Scott McTominay both returned to training after a spell on the sidelines. Tellez got injured pre-season, obviously, after the Derby County game, and he's been pictured training at Carrington. And same goes for Scotty McTominay as well. Keep grafting. He's getting back to full fitness. So great news. Couple of Reds getting back to full fitness there. That's pretty much the latest news, guys, in regards to tonight. So we've got the Donny Van de Beek stuff, Ronaldo shirt sales, and also just in regards to the COVID protocols. If you want to get your thoughts and opinions in then, lads and lasses, I will read a whole bunch of your comments out. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Let me know what you think about Donny as a potential number 6 for United going forward, and also anything else we've discussed in this video. Guys, do us a massive favour, smash the thumbs up on the video. Let's see if we can smash past 100 likes on it. Get your thoughts and opinions in, and get involved. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute on this channel to get involved and have your say, and get involved in the live chat. Sorry about the low tech, look tonight. We're going for that great Glazers out, green and gold vibe. Nah, it's actually just because my light broke. Anyway. Big God Bob. Oh, my goodness me. I mean, I thought, to be fair, I liked his music. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, absolute weirdo, mate. I've seen some posts on Instagram that say United have already sold 12 million kits worldwide. Is it true? I only know the reported first 12 hours. Is it true? I don't know, actually, Rui Avalar. I know that there's been at least 4 million kits sold. That's what I heard first off, and that was like yesterday or something. So it wouldn't surprise me, Rui Avalar, at all. So I don't know what the exact figures are right now, but I imagine, yes, somewhere in that region, possibly. Buy a second-hand CR7 shirt, then. What's that, Mikato? I'm a dilemma. Oh, right, okay. Ezio says, I'm in a dilemma. I want to buy the CR7 jersey, but don't want to support the Glazers. Even if a fraction of the sales goes in the Glazers' pockets, I wouldn't want that. Respect, Ezio. Well, you know what you do, really? You just get a replica, man. I mean, that's really the answer to that solution. Just get a replica, help some family guy out who's just ripping them off, and and then you're not really helping out the Glazers. That's an easy way to do it, in all honesty. Michael Woody Wallbridge, he says, good evening, Pig. How you doing there, Michael Woody Wallbridge? Your absolute legend. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, bud. Aiming for Gaming says, I believe it. Get in there, Aiming for Gaming. Yes, it's true, says Illy United. He sold 12 million shirts. I mean, I can believe it too. If you think about how large Man United's fan base is, there's literally hundreds of millions of United fans around the world. And then you also just take into account, like, football fans around the world. Like, how many... I wonder, I bet there's a large percentage of those Ronaldo shirts that have been bought by non-United fans. Like, a small percentage, like 2% or something. But still, a significant number of shirts who are just football fans, who just want to get a Ronaldo shirt, a Cristiano, maybe they're Cristiano Ronaldo fans. They're just commemorating Ronaldo going to their new club because they love him. Portugal fans, lads growing up buying Ronaldo kits. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So there's going to be a lot of shirt sales from now until he's left the club, really. Next summer, the same thing is going to be the case again. Everyone's going to go and buy a Cristiano Ronaldo 7 shirt because he's the fucking Don. So, yeah, they stand to make a good bit of cash on this, but it's not a huge amount. I think they said about 7%. So if you do the math there, I mean, they definitely are chipping away significantly at that amount of money that they're paying them every single week as well. But it's not like it's paying for the whole deal. But in other ways, they've already have paid for the whole deal. In other ways, they already have paid for it. Yeah, Berber says, Glazers will always get cash, just enjoy supporting the club. I'm in Saudi and I ordered 2 of them, says Aiming for Game. Well, there you go, see? Global support from all around the world. I mean, look, guys, I'm a little bit... I'm going to ask you in the live chat, actually, guys. So we've done that COVID thing. I'm going to ask you, I'm a little bit torn about it, because obviously for the last few years, I have been saying, don't buy a fucking Glazers shirt because you're supporting these wankers. But if you want a Ronaldo shirt, Ronaldo has come home and he's the Don. And it's more about what it signifies in Cristiano Ronaldo than it is more about, I've personally had an implication to buy a shirt. I haven't bought it yet, right? The missus is supposed to have got me one for my birthday anyway, so it ain't my money going to those shit bags. But technically, it is in a way, So, still, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite. But even so, the point is, it's just to commemorate Ronaldo coming home. There are other options out there, though. So, like I say, if you're really that against supporting the Glazers, which I think we all should be really, then you don't have to buy at the official avenues. But I think it's, if you want some of that money to go into the club, which is only a small amount of money anyway, 7% as we said, to go into the club and be used towards this Cristiano Ronaldo transfer effectively, I mean, that is what we're hoping it is used for, or hoping it's used towards funding other transfers in the future or running the club better. That's, of course, what we want. That's the whole reason you support your club. You buy merch. Okay, you might want the new shirt that says Ronaldo on the back and just to be cool. But also you do want to support the club that you love, to make them better, to give them your money. That is why merch and all that sort of stuff existed, so they can make money from it. We as fans buy the merch to support the club, and they should be able to use that money to then further improve and further better the club in all areas. Don't really have a lot of faith that they do that, to be fair, because they got us in hundreds of millions of debt, so I totally get your point on it. But just in regards to this summer transfer window, I mean, I personally kind of feel like I might buy one. I don't know. Just with Ronaldo on. I just love Ronaldo, dudes. Hang on, let me have a look. I'm going to ask you guys. Will you buy a CR7 shirt? Yes. No. Hashtag Glazers out. Simple as that. Yes. And that doesn't mean Glazers in, by the way. So there you go. I like the way I've worded that, eh? But let me know, will you buy a CR7 shirt? Have your vote in the live chat. Are you that firm on the whole Glazers out stance that you will not buy one? Because I'm very much Glazers out. It's a conundrum, isn't it? I'm very much Glazers out, guys. I hate the Glazers. I think they've been disgusting with their running of the club over the years, and also how they bought the club and the fact we're still in debt and all the rest of it. I hate their running of the club. And you know, but they have spent 100 million in this window. They have got Cristiano Ronaldo back, which for me personally is a dream come true. So I kind of just think, you know, it'd be cool to have a Ronaldo shirt this season. Don't mind me, just having some Capri Sun. Crappy paper straws, mate. Don't know if anybody's noticed that now, right? You've got to drink a Capri Sun really quickly now. They've got crappy paper straws. You can't just leave them chilling like that on the side there, just hanging out. They go, it just disintegrates. Hello there, Benjamin Aaron. How you doing there, bud? Great to see you, mate. Fantastic to see you in here. Okay, hang on. Let me catch up with the chat. I have home t-shirt, Ronaldo away. Fernandez is in the United. That's pretty sweet. Fair play to you. Pig, are you a secret Plymouth Argyle fan? Green Army? I'm not actually Michael Woody Woolbridge, no. It's just my green screen, man. I've had to turn it off tonight because my light's broken. Ollie has spent over 500 million, says Malps. How much has been recouped in Ollie's time here as well, though? And also, has he spent 500 million? That doesn't. I don't know if that adds up to me. It's got to be close, though. Fair enough, Malps. Well, even so, if you actually look at the progression that we've had since he's been here, we're on our way and we've progressed each season. And this season is really the culmination of all of that money that he spent and the time that he's had. This is his third full season in charge now. He's got to make it work. He has to get trophies. He has to at least get us up there challenging for the title. If he doesn't, then, you know, he's going to be in trouble. Chase Margus, until someone comes in and offers 8 to 9 billion, we're stuck with the Glazers. Ah, definitely, yeah. Definitely seems the case. 8 to 9 billion, do you reckon? I mean, crikey. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'd value it maybe at like 5 billion. There's a big reason for that. Because of the debt, you'd have to, in my opinion, if your owner's coming in, you've got to take on that debt as well. So that is a bit of a problem. Okay, Rushmano, thank you, bud. That is a bit of a problem as well, I think, if, you know, if that's the case. Oh, yes, I did see these earlier, actually, Mr. Rushy. But yes, okay, so yeah, Fabi Romano just said in regards to United's, Manchester United have to decide on Paul Pogba's situation, but Tielemans is one to watch in the future. So, I mean, Tielemans is obviously a great player as well. I mean, there's just so many midfielders linked to Manchester United. I just want to get one of them, and I hope they do it in January, but I really just, I don't feel like they're going to. I feel like we're just not going to get one in January. I feel like we would have got one in the summer if we were going to get one this season. I think Solskjaer's, for whatever reason, he's either kind of happy with his midfield options, which I don't see how he can be, or he's just not allowed, he knows he's just not allowed to go out there and sign another player. Because why wouldn't we have signed one just this window just gone after what we've invested? There's still clubs out there in the window like Arsenal who spent 150 million, spent a shitload more. And, yeah, I just personally don't think we could have. I don't think we invested 100%, and I think we should have got him. But because of that, because we didn't sign one this summer, I don't think we're going to get one in January. I'm going to be honest, but yeah. Anyway, so we as fans are easily manipulated by the Glazers, says the Kane. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know about that. It's not. I wouldn't say we're easily manipulated. I think we just love the player first and foremost. He was a legend of the club. It is a PR dream for them, of course, to get Ronaldo back. And you're right. It's people gonna eat out the palms of their hands in a lot of ways and buy the merch and buy the shirts. And even me, who's been proper full on Glazers out, in a few days' time, I will have a CR7 shirt that the missus has bought me for my birthday. You know what I mean? So, it's it's a bit hypocritical, but also, it's Ronaldo, for fuck's sake. It's a special case. I give you a hard pass on it, guys. I hope you give me a hard pass on it. If you don't, fair enough. But it's Ronaldo. I wouldn't buy another shirt that didn't have any other player on it, to be honest. It's just because I'm so happy that Ronaldo's back. I want to commemorate this season with the Ronaldo shirt. It's as simple as that. That is it. It's not about the Glazers. It's not about Man Utd. It's not about anything. And like I say, if you feel that same way as I do, you don't actually have to go and get, through the official outlets, I don't think. You can't see us doing any business in January, says Malps. I mean, I can't even, to be fair, because the window's just gone. If we were in the market for a CDM, we'd have got one then, especially when we had problems in that area, Fred being gash, midfield injuries, people like McTominay out as well. I think we could have done some business there, but we chose not to. So in January, it seems unlikely, but you never know. You're getting the CR7 shirt, DJ Disco Dave, purely for a souvenir to keep for life. Exactly, that's basically what I'm getting as well. And to celebrate the return of the best player in the world. Precisely, DJ Disco Dave. That's why I'm getting it as well. So yeah, there you go. The Saudi royal family are in talks with the Glazers to buy United. Please say it so, Chase. You see, because even let's be honest now, Saudi owners like cities, in my opinion, they're not the ideal owners. I would rather owners that were maybe, what's the word? United fans, or just like a fan group or something that bought the club. I think that would be the best situation for the club. But if a super rich billionaire oligarch did want to buy the club, then it would be better than our current situation, in my opinion. Because the Glazers are just parasites and leeches, and they're businessmen. They've got this club to generate money for them. They don't have this club to just as a toy to have fun and invest in and watch succeed. It's different. Yeah, it's a souvenir, mainly our Greases Mouse, precisely. Viva Ronaldo, says United. That is why I'm basically making the exception. Instead of wasting your money on Ronaldo's shirt, give the money to worthwhile charity. Would go to a better cause and you'll feel better. Buy a 2007 one, you ghoul, says Bell691. I like it. Fair play. That is a good shout. I have 5 old t-shirts, Ronaldo ones, says United. That's pretty sweet. But there you go. The only way you're going to have another old Ronaldo shirt in years to come is if you buy this one now. Ollie have decided to buy Declan Rice, but West Ham won't let him go until next year. That's why we'll wait, says Jarvis Cocker. I think you might bump to something there, dude. Yeah, there's definitely some talk about it. And Jesse Lingard decided to stay at Manchester United as well, and then they went for somebody else. I think you could be right. There could be something to that. I think Rice is destined to leave West Ham in a year's time. Whether it's Man United or somewhere else, it remains to be seen. But if United are interested in him, then good chance of it happening. I think his time at West Ham is limited. Red Raider 55, he says, if and when Donny works out, the manager is going to look like a fool. That's the trap the manager has set for himself, says Red Raider 55. Why? Why is he going to look like a fool? Oh, I see what you mean, if he works out. Because you mean he's not played him. It's like, why haven't we played him? I don't know about that. I kind of think that if he's held him back this time now and he slots him in there at this moment, in this new role, with Ronaldo in the team, this new look team, Varane as well, and it all just clicks and works, I think he looks like a genius, personally. I'm not so sure if it does make him look silly, just to be like, oh yeah, well, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. If we play him and he does well, it makes me look like a mug for not playing him. And if we play him and he does gash, then I look like a mug. I think it's, definitely more likely to... anyway, I've totally lost my train of thought. Illis says, Pig, I want Saudis because I know we'll spend money like crazy only for that. Yeah, well, there you go. That's it. They will spend... If you've got owners like cities, like some rich sheikh or someone like that who's just literally a billionaire, and they're just going to pump billions into your club just for fun because they want to get the Galactico team assembled and they want to see you win the treble every year because it's just fun for them. They fly in on their gold-plated helicopter once a week and watch the game and then fly back off again, and they get on with their Saudi life, mate, with their billionaire lifestyle. So, yeah, that would actually be a much better scenario than our current one, which is, unfortunately, gash.
Get in there, my son.
Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, Lewis Z87. Get in there, Lewis. Thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. And if you are new to this channel, guys, do smash that subscribe button. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Get involved. Everybody's allowed to have their say in here and get your thoughts involved. So do that. 105 likes, get in there. We smashed 100 likes. Let's be having you. Where are you? Thank you, everyone who's hit the thumbs up button on the video. I appreciate that. It does help us out a lot with the old algorithm. So twat that thumbs up if you're just joining us. Give it that Roy Keane stomp. Fair enough, Arsenal Manic. Well, you know, Saudis weren't allowed to buy Newcastle. Look at that shit show, says Bell691. Fair one. I mean, there's so many different provisos for buying a football club. But you know what? How the Glazers were allowed to buy ours with debt money is just unfathomable, isn't it? I guess things have changed a little bit since then. Bell says, if we badly needed a CM-CDM in January, Basuma and Neves both can play in Champions League. That's a really great shout, actually, Bell, yeah. And they're probably the most two realistic on the list as well. Like, there are obviously other options we talked about, Tielemans and Didi. Of course, there's, who else is there? Sal, there was before we went to Chelsea. But the most realistic are Ruben Neves and Basuma, because they both play for Premier League clubs, not in the Champions League, who would probably both relish the opportunity of playing for a bigger club like United. They're not going to break the bank in terms of transfer fees. They're both under 40 or 50 million, definitely under 50 million. So they're very, very obtainable players for United. So I think that's a fair point. Like, yeah, Neves or Basuma, one of them would have been great. I really hope we do sign one in January, but I feel like if we were really in it this season, we would have probably signed one in the summer. Butters says, do you remember Fred looking pants until he got a run of games, then looked less pants? That's fair, Butters. At one point, Fred looked really good and was really consistent for us. I remember singing his praises. I was calling him a Brazilian Gattuso at one point. You know? I was literally calling him a Brazilian Gattuso. Only problem is, Gattuso could actually get the ball out and pass it to his teammates so they could go on an attack. That's the difference. But Fred, unfortunately, he's gone down in my estimations a lot since then, unfortunately. Elon Pireva, thank you so much. He says it will make more sense for CR7 to go at City because of the style they play. Man United doesn't provide balls in the box, only long balls / counter-attacks, says Elon Pireva. It will make more sense for CR7 to go to City because of the style they play. I don't know about that. I mean, I think we are trying to change the style. Solskjaer trying to get back to being a more direct attacking team, I think. And so Cristiano is going to help us do that. He's the sort of player that can get you goals in the air. You can play a lot of balls in behind the defence. He's going to be making those runs, you know, on the last man and that sort of thing. He's just going to be more of a threat, and he's just a match winner. And if you just feed him and get those balls into him, just get the ball to Ronaldo would be my tactic if I'm only going to Solskjaer, essentially. Just get him in the box and get the ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. So you can afford to play a bit more direct when you've got a player like that up there. Look, we are going to play counter sometimes. Solskjaer loves the counter. When we're away from home, he's going to set up counter-attacking a lot of the time. But I still think that when we should be attacking, he will do. And what I mean by should be attacking is when we're the home team, we're at home, and we're against opposition that we really should be taking the game to, we should be set up in an attacking fashion and just going at them. And I think that he's going to do that, really. I think he is planning to do that. If you look at the signings we've got, look at the players we've got, the type of team we've got, it's an attacking-looking team. It's not really a defensive-looking team at all. I have a 2003 Ronaldo long sleeve already. I don't need one of those. These old-school jerseys are just built different, says Dan Shriver. Fair play, yeah. Fair play, lad. Ronaldo will win the games like in Portugal, says Inter United. Hashtag Glazers out, says Rushy. Oh shit, Rush Mano gets in there with a £10 super chat, you absolute Don. He says, it's a myth we don't need mega rich owners. Our fan base creates huge revenue, but it's the Glazers dividends which hurt us in the transfer market. Don't be fooled. Spot on, Rushy. Spot on, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's it. They're taking dividends out. I mean, probably the reason why we didn't get that CDM in is because they've sucked out a little bit of that extra cream from the top. Haven't they, Rushmano? Blatantly. They're businessmen. They've got this club. They haven't got this club to invest in and be a nice, fun toy like Roman Abramovich has. No, they've got this club to make their money. That's the big different factors. Whereas if we did have some super rich, like, oligarch, as much as, I wouldn't like that in some ways. In some ways I wouldn't. But in other ways, it'd be so much better than what we got right now. You'd just be able to go and give United what we should have. Remember, the United's one of the best teams ever in terms of history, if not the best. In my opinion, it's the best because of our rich history. The fact that, we come back from adversity, from bloody stadium bombings, from the World War, to changing names, to, winning European Cups 10 years after the whole team's wiped out Munich air disaster, and all the rest of it, all the great history this club got, and the support and the hundreds of millions of fans around the world. You should be capable of just going out there and buying whoever the fuck you want in the transfer window, as far as I'm concerned. It's only because of our owners that we can't do that. I think this window has proven we've still got the name, we've still got the ability to bring these sorts of guys in and sign these sorts of players, but we just don't do it in all, as much as we should. We're still a midfielder away. We shouldn't be any players away. We should be completing the set just like Chelsea did. Chelsea have got Jorginho, they got Kovacic, they got Kante, and now they've also added Sal to that. That's I'm sorry to say, I like McTominay and Fred and Matic and these guys. Fucking hell, mate. That's so much better than what we've got in the middle of the park. I think our attack line is way better than theirs, and I think our defence is awesome as well. But the midfield is definitely not the strongest in the league, guys. On paper, it's definitely not the strongest. Shauno says, what happened to the share promise Glazers made? Should have been after transfer window. Pulled wool over everyone's eyes again. Brilliant business. Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo equals fans happy. Glazers win. You're right, Sean. They're a bunch of bloody scumbags, mate. Weasels, dude. Slimy, mate. Bezos would help us, says Malps. Please get him in. Yeah, Elon Musk. I would love Elon Musk to come in, mate. Yeah, sponsored by Tesla across the shirt. That'd be sick, man. Got the old floodlights powered by solar panels in the stadium. Oh, hell yeah. It would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? No one, you can have like an electric coach that drives the players to the games, like using AI, like not even like a driverless coach. You know what I mean? He could just use it as a big billboard for his companies. Be a fucking great idea. He could launch a Tesla space rocket off of the centre circle at Old Trafford, for fuck's sake. If I was him, I'd consider it. You're right, Jonathan. Balance is important, my son. Balance is important. Miz says, FIFA stream tonight, pigs? Probably not tonight, actually, my son. I'm just going to get an early night tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to get an early night tonight, dudes, to be fair. But I will be back at it tomorrow, though. Yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday, we will be doing it. Any one of our Chelsea's 4 central midfielders will walk into your side, says Maxi. I can't really disagree with what you're saying. I'm not just one of these rose-coloured United fans who would just say, yeah, I'll make Fed's better than Kante or whatever. I agree with you. I think pretty much all of Chelsea's midfielders would get into Man United's midfield. I'd rather have Jorginho than almost any of them. I'd rather have Kante than any of them. I'd rather have Sal, and Kovacic is probably the least one I'd rather have, but he's probably still just about maybe gets in there, yeah. So it's a fair point. That is the one area where we are lacking in, and everybody knows it. But defence is strong now. Luke Shaw, best left back in the world. Shaw, Berto, Carlos, Maguire, Varane, and Wan-Bissaka. That's solid as a damn rock. The strike force, or the attack line, and the creation up top there. Bruno, Rashi, or Sancho, whatever. Cavani, Ronaldo up top there. Greenwood, Sancho over on the right either as well. Pretty amazing. Nick Miller said Elon Musk, McGregor, and Drain the Rock Johnson. Oh, hell yeah. 3 people died making this solid gold pocket watch. It's red panty night. Break out the red panties. That's right, Nick Miller said. That would be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. No, I didn't see that, Maxi. Just got the ball to Ronaldo. That's what Melbridge said. Oh, no. That's not good. Well, it's true, though. I mean, that's all you have to do. If you get the ball to Cristiano Ronaldo, the rest will be taken care of. He just puts it in the back of the net. But I said this days ago anyway, so. Subscribe to the channel, says Rosh Mano. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you. Get in there. Yes, if you're new to the channel, guys, smash that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up on it. Do get involved in the comment section. I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes anyway, just to see your thoughts and opinions about anything we've covered in the video. But yeah, the big stories tonight, nothing major. Obviously, the shirt sales records blown away by Cristiano Ronaldo. Donny Van de Beek had an interview on Rio Ferdinand's channel on YouTube. You can watch it later as well. If you haven't seen it, where it just, outlines gives us some more information about what happened in regards to Solskjaer and stuff. It seems like he's been given some assurances that he will play in the team. We also have, the COVID protocols and everything that are going to be starting implemented. And then there should be mandatory coming in from the 1st of October from what we currently understand. So that's basically the latest headlines of the night, guys, in regards to Man United. Oh, and McTominay and Tellers are back fit training again. Not necessarily 100% fit, but back training. My favourite United top, Shabanaz Khan. Although I like the 2009 one with the inverted V, the away one, the black one with the blue inverted V. I don't know why, I just really like that one. Art and Travel, G Waif. Donny beside Matic, perfect combo in midfield. I like it too, Eamon. Exactly. You've got your defensive brawn there in Matic. He's good on the ball as well, solid on the ball. He's not going to do anything stupid and give the ball away often like Fred. He's solid on the ball. He plays simple passes, which is fine by me. Give it to the creative players. And he's slow though, but he's not, he's good defensively. He gives you options. He gives you like the ability to defend set pieces with his height and Frankenstein nature, and he can also just give it simply to a teammate to get us going. I've always said that I think the best midfield duo we have right now currently probably is Matic and Pogba, because you've got your creativity, you've got somebody that is box to box that can defend a bit, but you've also just got an out and out defender which frees the other one up. I'm not saying Matic is good enough anymore. I think the Matic from a few years ago was a Don, but the one we've got is not quite the same player, so it's a problem area for us. But I agree, I think Matic is probably the most gifted CDM player of the lot who we got. I guess Scotty might be able to go and adapt to that sort of role, but he's been more box-to-box for United anyway. Valedictorian Tutorio says, so we don't train CDMs in our academy or what? Well, we got Jimmy Garner, right, who I think maybe could be used in that position, but they just loaned him out, didn't they? So it's a shame, Valedictorian Tutorials, but it seems like they don't want to do that right now. Otherwise, they wouldn't have loaned him out. Rushmano, thank you again for another £5 super chat. Let's get some cheeky little watermelon sugar highs all up in the live chat there for Mr. Rushy. Thank you so much, but I appreciate it. He says, did we really need CR7? Bad vibes, I know, but it's a brand signing, not a team signing. A title challenge. We needed a DM. We all know this. I can't disagree with you there, Ruddy. Yeah, sorry, not Ruddy. Did I say Ruddy? Rushy. Can't disagree with you there, Rushy, because yeah, definitely that is true. I mean, we were crying out for a centre mid. We ended up getting an extra top quality striker. We already had Edinson Cavani, Greenwood and Martial up there. It's not like we were absolutely crying out for that position to be strengthened, was it? In the end, you're right. It's a business signing. The stocks of Man United have gone up hundreds of millions. The followers of Man United have gone up hundreds of millions overnight. Well, not hundreds of millions, but millions. Millions of new followers Manchester United have got on social media overnight, basically. Different eyes on the prize, different interest, different TV outlets, different news outlets all around the world covering this, have an interest in Manchester United because of Ronaldo signing. So it's had a massive knock-on effect for them. It's a brilliant business deal, to be fair. Thank you so much, Rushmano. Can we all get some watermelon sugar highs in there for Rushmano, guys? Thank you so much for the super chats, dude, and getting your thoughts and opinions in. I'd love to see it. Fair play to you, One Must. He says, me and 12 others are taking Man United to court over implementation of a legal passport. We are ticket holders. There is another 12 to 14,000 unvaxxed ticket holders ready to take legal action. Fair play to you, One Must. I must admit, no pun intended, that I think you probably have got you've definitely got a fair case for something there. I mean, if you're paying for a season ticket, I don't know. It depends if it's government legislation or not. I mean, at this moment in time, it does seem like it's just encouraged, and it seems like the government might bring something mandatory in the 1st of October. So at this moment in time, you're not actually mandatory required to do it, but still, if it happens, though, I understand your point entirely, yeah. Daniel Jolly, thank you so much for becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade, lad. Get in there. Let's be having you. Where are you? Let's be having you. Channel members, get your favourite channel member emoji in there to welcome in Mr. Daniel Jolly to the Bacano Brigadiers. Come on. Thank you so much, Daniel Jolly, for choosing to support this channel and being a member. Get your favourite new Bacon Brigade emoji in there, Daniel Jolly, to celebrate your entrance, lad. Welcome to the Bacon Club, the Gammon Gang, the Hamada. Let's go. Thank you so much, bud. Thanks so much, Daniel Jolly. Yes. Hey, Nick Milisev with a $20 super chat. You fucking legend, man. He says matching Rushy. Oh, man. Thank you so much. You mean matching Rushy with the super chat or just matching Rushy with his thoughts about CR7 and the fact we didn't need him? Because I agree with Rushy on that one too. Really, even though it's better than what we had, in a way. It's not that much better than what we had, is it? You know, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, is better than Cavani and will get more goals than Cavani. Cavani's still mint, though. Greenwood's still mint, though. But yeah, it's better than what we had, but it's not the key area that we needed to strengthen. It's kind of like if you got, like, I don't know, a dilapidated old house and, you know, literally the roof is fucking falling off and it's leaking through water at night and you got to have the old freaking old porcelain bedpans out catching the water in the middle of the night with the roof leaking through. And then you just end up getting a fucking solid gold door, a solid gold front door whacked on the front of the house. Yet your fucking roof's still leaking through piss every single night. It doesn't really make any sense, does it? I agree, it's kind of like just getting a gilt door when your roof's leaking piss. I agree. Nick Miller said, thank you so much for the $20 super chat and for matching Rushy there. Thank you, Rushy. Thank you, Nick. And also thank you, Daniel Jolly, for becoming a member of the channel. Get in there. Thank you so much. Get your Bacon Brigade emojis in, everybody. Okay, right. Elon Pavera says, yes, sad CR7 is 36. Who thinks he will do anything? Let me say something. Even with 15 goals, he won't score. Time to go to MLS. Elon Pavera, wait, may you perhaps be a Juventus fan by any chance? Or maybe a Barcelona fan, Elon Pavera? I don't know, dude, about that one. What makes you think that? He scored 29 goals in 33 appearances for Juventus last season in Serie A. Amazing stats. 5 more than Lukaku, who come over to the Premier League this season for 100 million. 5 more than that guy. Also, look at what he did the other night for Portugal. He broke the record, 111 goals on an international stage, more than any other player. And, you know, let's be realistic. It's going to take a long time for anybody to get anywhere near beating that. So Ronaldo has set, come on, he's still good enough. He's still going to get at least 20 goals. He might not get 29 goals like he did in Syria, but I've got a feeling he's going to get at least 20, over 20 goals. And that's if he plays, you know, not even every game. If he plays every single Premier League game until now the end of the season, I think he will get 29 goals. I think he's the GOAT. You disrespected him by saying that. He's the fucking GOAT, guys. Make no mistake. Get those GOAT emojis in there. Let's get Conte before Arsenal take him. They can have him, Lou Manu. I don't want that negative, defensive, Dracula-looking mug. He can do one back to Transylvania, the prick, to be honest with you. I don't have credit cards as any United. Never mind any United. Well, it doesn't matter, mate. I just have, you know, that's not the reason we're on here. You know, obviously people choose to support the channel and that's fucking amazing. But you're supporting the channel right now, Illy, by just being here and interacting and chatting and being yourself, lad. And watching the streams and getting involved. You are supporting the channel. That's the best way you can support the channel. And also smash the like on it. If you haven't hit the like, do hit the like. Smash the subscribe and also click the little bell icon as well. Nice one. Rushy says we got 122 likes. Nice. Let's see if we can get 150 on this bad boy. Let's be having you. Like spike. Goatnaldo7 says flying pig. Add on that Ronaldo had donkeys in front of him like Alexandro, Danilo, fullbacks, Bentancur, Matuidi, Pjanic, Morata, midfield, while Lukaku had a genuine solid squad next to him. Precisely, Goatnaldo7. You're so right, mate. You're so right. They didn't get the squad around him that he needed, really. That's probably why Inter walked to the title. Juventus finished like, where did they finish? 4th, wasn't it? They gashed 3rd or 4th. They gashed it right up. And Ronaldo still managed to get the golden boot. So that's while the team is playing pretty crappy, but Ronaldo still manages to get 29. So great point, Goatnaldo. Great point. Buendia have picked Aston Villa over Arsenal, says the Kane. Well, can you blame him? Can you blame him? Michael Woolley Woolbridge getting those goats in there. And Mikhail Kramer, love to see it. MESC fan says FIFA stream later. I don't know, you know. I was thinking I was going to get an early night tonight. And you never know. I'm not ruling it out. We'll see how I feel in a little bit, but I don't know. I was going to get an early night. The United says Conte never will go to a dead club like Gashnell FC. I wouldn't have thought so either. They'd have to pay him an absolute fortune to convince him to go to a relegation fodder club, wouldn't they? Yeah, you're right, Ryan Martin. How you doing, Ryan? Legendary channel member there again. He says Donny's interview very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Fair play to him. Very cool to see. Seems very positive. Seems like he's up for fighting for his place. Also seems like Solskjaer has given him certain assurances. Rushmana, how good did Bellingham look in that last England game as well, Rushy? I agree, yeah. He's just got something about him, hasn't he? He's got that knack of ability to just, you know, beat a man, read the game well, put the ball into space rather than going into gash area. And he's only 17. I was very impressed. I know he's only playing against freaking Andorra or whatever. I only saw the highlights as well, extended highlights. But I did think that he looked very, very good from what I saw. So, yeah, and you know, in general, for his age, he's brilliant. I've always said about him that United will probably end up signing him. In 2 years' time, I could see him being on United's summer transfer list in 2 years. But I don't think we'll sign him before that. Michael Woody Wallbridge, 20-plus goals for CR7 this season. Get your goal amounts in there for Ronaldo in the league. I love playing this game with you almost every other day. I say 27 right now. Yesterday it was 26. 27 league goals is what he gets for me, Michael. Nick Miller said, Keno said Saka should enjoy the England win because he won't get any at the club level. Oh, I'd be throwing punches at Mikel Arteta if I was an Arsenal player. I would let them on the coach. They're an absolute disgrace, man. Oh, it's an absolute nonsense. Oh, Patrick Vieira would be turning in his grave if he was dead. He's not dead. Anyway, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, will Bruno have to quarantine? Big God Bob says 20 to 25. I don't think so, Rui. I don't think so. I don't really know what's going on. I think it's because he's already like in the UK as a, you know, with a permit. I don't really know what's going on, to be fair, guys. I'm no expert when it comes to the international travel, quarantine rules for different countries and jurisdictions, etc. Are Bayern a bigger club than Man United? If no, why are they run much better, says Maxi. I'm going to be honest with you, Maxi. I feel like German clubs are much better run than English clubs in general. They're often owned by... In fact, aren't they all owned by fans? Like, a lot of them are. Like, I think all of them are, aren't they? A lot of them have to have a certain percentage of fan ownership, which means that you're sort of safeguarding and protecting the interests of the team more so than some grubby owner who just wants to milk money out of the club. So because of that, I think it helps. I mean, Bayern is not as big a club than Manchester United, but Bayern is, let's be honest now, Bayern's a similar size club to Manchester United. It's the greatest club in Germany of all time. Germany's one of the greatest footballing nations of all time. So yeah, I'd say Bayern's a really big club, and they've won the Champions League. They've won multiple times. They're definitely a big club. They're definitely a big club. But Man United are not run as well because our owners are just absolute guff. Yeah, that's the one, Rushmano. 50 and 1. They have that 50 and 1 fan ownership thing, don't they? Yeah, 50 plus 1 except Leipzig and Hoffenheim. There you go, Maxi. So because most of the clubs are owned by the fans, it means that you don't get this horrible situation where the Glazers are not prepared to invest fully and give the fans what they want because the fans have a good say in what's going on with the dealings and the inner workings of the club. And also, they don't lead us down the garden path because the fans own it. And we have the future of the club in our best interest because we love the club. So we're not going to take us into some bullshit closed Super League bollocks just to make 4 billion when we're going to destroy the rest of the football and the rest of the beautiful game just for a short-term gain. Stuff like that wouldn't happen with 50 or 1% fan ownership. So there is a big reason why German clubs are better run than a club like United, for instance. It's cultural as well. It's societal. It's the government. The government should implement a 50-plus run rule in the UK as well. I definitely think so. Sing Games, what's going on, bro? He says, I struggle to pick up the Ronaldo deal as he is going a squad that could make Ronaldo look like a flop set up to fail. Fair point, Sing Games. A few people have got similar thoughts and definitely think that we should have really just got that CDM in and, and Ronaldo's not even a necessity, really, if we're being honest. He is going to make us better, but we could have maybe arguably been made better in another position by getting, say, Ruben Neves. If you look at the players that we had and the players that we were missing. Johnny Gallagher says, Arsenal Manic, we will get way more. You'll be happy with 1 point against them. Arsenal, Leeds United, West Ham, Bolton, Blackburn, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle United, Everton, absolutely massive clubs, says Maxi. No. What are you on about? None of those are massive clubs. I mean, Leeds United, no, they're not a massive club. They're a decent-sized big club. I mean, they've spent like 16 years down in the fucking Championship before this season before last. So I wouldn't call them that big. West Ham, they're a classic Premier League club. They're always there in the league, but they're not a huge club. They're never in fucking Europe. Bolton, you taking the piss? Blackburn, okay, they did win the Premier League one day. I see what you're saying here. Though, Maxi. I see your point. You know, any of those clubs, you can still have a fall from great, and if you're Arsenal or whatever, better watch out, because it could happen to you. You want to see Flying Pig interview Dennis Irwin, ask some proper deep keynote questions? Oh, Mikhail, I'd love to do that, man. I'm going to try and really seriously work on getting some more United people on here, man. I really want to book some guests and stuff soon. I really do. So I'm working on it. But yeah, like I've got to the point where I've just basically spammed everybody many times. And now I have to like go through proper agencies and book people for like actual decent amounts of money. So it's a bit of an issue. But we'll see. I hope to get like Andy Cole on one day or something like that. That'd be sick. 130 likes. Get it, Illa United. Thank you so much. Smash the thumbs up button if you're just getting involved, guys. Let's see if we can get 150. Talksport says that they are massive clubs. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say any of those are massive clubs. The biggest, I think, out of those is Everton, because Everton finish, you know, like usually, historically in my lifetime, have always finished 4th or 5th or 6th, round about there usually. So to me, they're the biggest of those clubs, but, you know, they're not a huge club like a Man United or a Chelsea or a Man City are right now, because they just don't fucking challenge for anything. And historically, they're not as big as Liverpool or Arsenal because they haven't won anywhere as much as those teams. So Everton are a big club, but they're not that big of a club. Let's be honest. DJ Disco Day says, don't forget to the link to the streaming awards. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know if somebody could put a link in there, one of my moderators. I'd really love you forever if you do. You just drove past Bolton Stadium. They have a nice stadium. Oh, yeah. Is that still called the Reebok Stadium or not? It seems like that was a sponsorship deal. Is it called some other Guff Stadium now? Is it Sing Games or what? You'll be a guest. Brilliant. Bell 691. Yeah, okay then, Arsenal Manic. Fair play. Jarvis Cocker, yes, we can't help liking Donny. He's yet to show us his best. We've seen a football talent who needs game time to flourish and be the player we need. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what we can do. You know, lay the seeds and watch him grow into a good player. Give him the chances. Liverpool have won the most Champions Leagues of any British club, and Rangers have the most championships. So where are Man United? Maxi, where are you from? I mean, what is this all about? Like, I don't get it. Rangers have won the most championships. Rangers aren't in the same league as Manchester United. They play in the Scottish League. That doesn't, which basically counts for 0. Nobody cares. That's like winning the French League. So that's just a totally pointless point you've just made there. Liverpool have won the most Champions League. Correct. They have. We've won the most Premier League. So that's where we are. We're the most successful team in England ever. They are the most successful team in the European Cup ever. That's true. Well done. So we've got both got a claim there. But that's where Man United are. Rangers, I don't really know where they fit in. They just fit in in Scotland. Anyway, Everton was a big club. I'm sure they was the first club in Liverpool. Oh, they're a big club. And I think, like, if you look at which clubs have been relegated the least, I'm pretty sure Everton's always been in, like, the top flight. Pretty sure. West Ham's another one. Most of the time, they're in the top flight, aren't they? So they're definitely big clubs. Macron says Eddie Trooper 666. Macron. Bell 691. We can eat pavlova and talk football shit, says Bell 691. That's like winning a race on your own in your own garden, says Mikhail. Right, yeah. Vutinator, get in there. Okay, guys. Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? So for Olympics, is it Team GB? When it comes to league championships, it's England and Scotland. Yeah, because they're two different leagues, mate. Because under the Olympic rule, we compete as, you know, as a nation, which is essentially, you know, Team GB, Great Britain. I don't know why that is either. But even if we were still GB, you know, we wouldn't likely have one league, because then it would just have all the Welsh teams in it as well, and they're all crap. And then they had all the Scottish teams in it, and they're all crap. There's only 2 of them that would actually even be in contention with the Premier League, and they'd probably do crap. So no disrespect to any Scottish out there, but but no, I mean, you got to differentiate. I mean, that's where you're going to draw the line there, sir. I don't get it, Maxie. Where are you going to draw in the line, mate? Where are you going to draw the line? Anyway, United Prodigy says, if you get guests on, please make sure they haven't played for Liverpool, like some channels holding these players up like they're legends when clearly they're not governors of football. Fair play, United Prodigy. I don't want to get no Liverpool scummers on it, mate. Don't worry about that. Mad Maxi, awful film. Do you know at what time we'll be training start tomorrow? I don't really, Ruby Avalar, son. I don't. 9:15. Oh, no. Arsenal Manic says, Mr. Big, let's be honest, the league trophies should only be counted from 2005 onward. That means Arsenal and Man U aren't the most successful. In fact, Joe had a migraine last night. I've had a migraine all day today. Just got home from work. Oh, I hate that, the cake cadet. Yeah, it was terrible, mate. Had a horrible migraine yesterday. I hope you feel better soon, though, Mr. Cake Cadet. That is gash. Yeah, they are, Big God Bob. No, they're not. They're the best championship club in London. Did we sack Moyes early? Yes, and though. He was gash, mate. You know, you got to start bailing out the sinking ship, really, don't you? Hey, Haroli, how's it going, bud? My day's going good, man. My day's going good. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for asking, dude. I'm just about to wrap things up here. But great to see you. I hope you're doing well, Mr. Harodi. Thanks for stopping by and getting in here. Liverpool's origins lie within their neighbours Everton, founded in 1878. Everton moved to Anfield in 1884. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it? Some of these foundings of these football clubs back in the day. I know. Okay, cool. Why I think CR7 will fail at Man United? Simple and short answer. Greenwood had to save them from losing. It means the team is not creating much, so don't say nothing. I like your attitude, Elon, but I mean, I'm going to say something. I kind of think that, yeah, that's true. Like, whoever was up there was struggling for service, but still, even if you give limited service to Cristiano, he can make stuff happen. Look at that Portugal-Ireland game. He didn't really get great service in that game. I mean, there was only 3 or 4 chances for him in the game, but he's taken 2 of those great headers at the end. So, you know, he's that sort of a play. Give him the chances. He'll get you goals. Butters, Capri-Sun. Yeah, Capri-Sun for the win. You sacked Van Gaal too soon. Maxi, I disagree with that also. He did win us the FA Cup, but his style of football was dreary, and it didn't seem we were going in the right direction under him. It's everybody's got their own opinion, though. I respect that. Fair enough. I do think Cristiano Ronaldo gets the golden boot. You stop smoking, and I'm not going to make you that promise, Rui. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this stream here then. Thank you so much to everybody who's got in here for tonight's show. Just the latest update in regards to Donny and the COVID protocols and the Ronaldo shirt sales. That is the latest stuff. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please show your support by leaving a like on it and subscribe if you're new. Smash the little bell to get involved for future streams and notifications, etc. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You know, do that. Also, check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com, United Flying High. Take it easy, Wiggy. Thank you so much for getting a new channel member legend as well. Sin Games, Capri-Sun Paper Straw. It's an abomination. I've just started just cutting the corner open with scissors and drinking it out of that, to be honest with you, mate. It's not ideal, though, is it? United Prodigy, have a cracking evening, lad. Arsenal Manic, Tycoon Entertainment, Illy United. Of course, Mr. Rushmano. Thank you to Nick Millisev as well. New member, Mr. Jolly as well. Thank you so much. Poisonous Nut, have a great night. Big up Mikhail Kramer and all the moderators as well. Shazad Ahmed, hashtag Glazers out. Get in there with those Glazers out. Thank you, Eddie Trooper. He says, great stream. Thank you, Eddie. Just a little bit of news for you guys, yeah. And some of you may be disappointed there's no FIFA tonight, but that will be back tomorrow. And I'm going to do a GTA stream this week as well at some point. So we will be doing some gaming stuff during the international break, but I just feel a bit tired tonight, so I'm going to have a rest up. Nice one. Thank you, Rui Avalar. Appreciate you, my man. Glazers out, says Rushy. Get in there, Vooty. Haroli, thank you for the thumbs up, you legend. Have a great day, mate. Disco Dave, good night to you. The poll was interesting. A big yes. Oh, yeah, let me end the poll, actually, and see where we got on that one. Great shout. So, a big yes in regards to will you buy a CR7 shirt? Yeah, 59% say yes. There you go. That's where everybody's at. Good night, Mikato. Thank you, the Cake Cadet and DJ Disco Dave, Poisonous Nut, Alex Walker, Tycoon, Maxi, Haroli. You're a legend too, lad. Vutinator, Rushy, Michael Woolley Woolbridge, Illy United. Get those hashtag Glazers outs in there. Maxi says Bruno out and Ronaldo out. What? Good night, guys. See you on the next one. Hashtag Glazers out. Hashtag CR7's coming home, baby. Hashtag Ollie in. See you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comments about anything we've discussed here. Do you agree with the COVID protocols going into stadiums? Do you agree with Donny Van de Beek starting in the game against Newcastle? Let me know what you think. Come back afterwards. Keep the debate going, and I'll see you on the next one. Jarvis, Bell, Sin Games, Rushy, Ilir, Poison Start, Maxi, Cake Cadet, and everyone else. Have a great night. See you on the next one. This is the Pig. Take it easy. And come on, United. So